Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here, playing Forza Horizon 4. This is the Fortune Island DLC, and I wanted to make a quick video guide showing you all 10 of the Riddle solutions, all of the treasure chest locations. Doing this will get you 1 million credits per treasure chest, as well as some cool car unlocks, and some achievements as well. And if you're not necessarily a car person, you could probably get stuck on a fair bit of these riddles. Starting off from the very beginning, what we're going to need to do is use the car that we spawn in, which is the 2017 Ram TRX concept. We will need to take that car and 1-star the Festival Apex Speed Zone, and upon doing so, the riddle is solved. This one is almost handed to us at the very beginning, and the default car will be just enough to do it. You only have to 1-star the event. At that point, you will be given a ring, and in that ring somewhere is a treasure chest. You will have a picture in order to go off of, but I'll be showing you the exact locations of each of the chests. For this one, it's just in the opening of this small little boathouse near the water. The second riddle is called Pillars of Gold. The needle climb has been known to intimidate when set adrift in an Italian 458. Now the car this is referring to is the 2009 Ferrari 458 Italia. There is a Speciale edition of that car, which that one will not work. It has to be the default one. This will be a drift zone, so I would recommend probably turning off your traction, stability, and changing your shifting to manual. You will need to go on the map and then do the drift zone next to the needle climb, and you will need to earn at least 1 star and make sure that you don't fail the event. So you'll need to get at least 80,000. Now I'm not going to show you the entire drift zone. The only thing I would recommend is that you don't spin out. If you spin out, just use that rewind feature to make sure that you give yourself enough time to reach the bottom of the drift zone. And as long as you complete the drift zone with at least 80,000 points, earning that 1-star rating, you will solve the riddle. This car is more than good enough to get the 3-star 200,000 point requirement. And then once the actual treasure is located, you'll find it right here on the right side of the map, next to a cliff's edge where you can drive up to it and crash into it, earning your next million credits. The third riddle is called the swiftest chariot, and it is a 65 wild horse blazed across the USA. Follow its trail at the Viking Bay. So the car we'll need for this one is the 1965 Ford Mustang GT Coupe. I did upgrade mine a fair bit, as you will actually need this car later on, so I just kind of decided to upgrade it for the purposes of this part. What we'll need to do is we'll need to at least 1-star the Viking Bay Trailblaze. This one's pretty simple. If you aren't able to 1-star it, you're gonna probably just need to upgrade your car to its maximum performance index. Start the Trailblaze through the green gates and the Trailblaze within the amount of time, and you are good to go. Now, the treasure chest location for this one is found kind of near the middle of the mountains above Needle Climb. I'll show you guys exactly where on the map it can be found, and then I'll drive to it here. There is a little bit of a hill climb here, so you might need a pretty powerful car if you're not necessarily that great at climbing hills and whatnot. You should be able to find it by some rocks. Just drive up to it and smash it again for another 1 million credits.
You have arrived at your destination.
Riddle number 4, from ruins to riches. These buildings stood tall but now have fallen. Jump over them in a 3-wheeled Morgan. That one doesn't rhyme if you're unaware. Anyways, you're going to go and grab the 2014 Morgan 3-wheeler. It is the other 3-wheel car in the game other than the PLP 50. What you'll need to do is you'll need to do Fenholm's Ruins Leap. You need to get at least 1 star. This car is extremely slow by default, so I did put in some upgrades to it as I was trying to figure out this riddle. Just to make sure I could grab at least 1 star. And the jump itself isn't too hard. Just get a good run start and hit the jump in a straight line, and you should land on the road down below. Once you are finished the riddle, you should be able to find the location of the treasure on the map here, just kind of north of the actual ruin jump itself, and you will find it kind of located behind some rocks near a ruined building. You may need to smash through the rocks and get a little bit of speed in order to actually smash the treasure chest here.
Horizon, we have a new millionaire. And to the rest of you impoverished treasure hunters, don't worry, there's always next round.
Alright, we're halfway there. Treasure chest 5, the sword in the stone. Legend says, Lady on the Lake will shower you with treasure in a 3-star R8. So what that means is we will need the 2016 Audi R8 V10 Plus. There are other R8s in the game that will not work. I did not need to upgrade this car. You'll need to 3-star the Lady on the Lake speed trap, so you'll need to go at least 241 kilometers an hour. Obviously, upgrading the car will allow you to do this much easier if you are, for some reason, struggling. Just hit the speed trap, make sure you earn 3 stars, and the riddle is now solved. In terms of where you'll find this treasure, this one's a little bit off the beaten path. If you kind of look near the top middle of the map, and you'll just drive to it from the nearest road. Also, upon reaching your 5th treasure chest, you will also unlock the Koenigsegg CC8S, which is a DLC specific car. You will actually need that car to 3-star the Lady on the Lake speed zone in order to earn a separate achievement. You'll also earn an achievement for being halfway through the riddles, so there you go.
And the 5th treasure of Fortune Island has been found and claimed by someone who might...
Riddle number 6, Light of the Lantern. Will of the Wisp speed zone is said to be silly, especially when driven in a Jeep named Willie. So you're actually not going to be looking through the Jeeps. There is a manufacturer called Willys. So the 1945 Willys MB Jeep. This is the kind of war-converted Jeep that hit the market in the U.S. just after the Second World War. I did upgrade mine a fair bit, and then I went to the Will of the Wisps speed zone on the right-hand side of the map. And you will need to 1-star this. I kind of went a little overkill and completely upgraded my Jeep way too much, but I decided to have a little bit of fun with it after. So once you solve the riddle, you'll pull up the picture with the map, and you'll be able to find this treasure chest on the far most right little corner there. So as far to the right as you can possibly go on the map, and it should spawn right there. This one, you basically just drive up to it. There's nothing crazy once you get there to actually break it or anything. Riddle number 7 is Tao of the Ashtree. This 80s Lambo was built for dirt, blazed through the forest without getting hurt. I think this one's pretty easy. The car you'll need is obviously the 1986 Lamborghini LM2, or is it the LM002? I have no idea, to be completely honest. And the event you will need to do is called the Forest Trailblaze, or the Forest Run rather. You'll need to get at least 1 star, which means you need at least 20 seconds remaining on your clock. I was almost able to 3-star this event with a slightly upgraded car, so you shouldn't need to upgrade your car too much, but it does come in at the C class by default, so it is a little bit slow. You might want to upgrade it if you are struggling though, obviously, but upon completing the Trailblaze, you'll then be shown the map, and I'll join you back with commentary when we get there.
Hey, Patrick.
So the location of the treasure chest for this one is kind of in between these 2 dirt roads, not far from the small lake, kind of near the festival hub. This one's really easy if you have it on your map or if you're driving around. It's basically in the middle of the forest here.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. You have arrived at your destination.
Another fortune...
Treasure number 8, the Skilar Horde. This Swedish knight is ready for action. The lakeside speed zone will test its traction. So Swedish refers to the car maker Volvo. The Volvo does have a 2016 Iron Knight, which is the giant truck. I did upgrade mine, but you won't need to if you don't want to pay the extra money. And for this one, we're going to do the Lakeside Speed Zone, which is pretty easy. This car doesn't have great brakes, as you would imagine, or it is pretty hard to handle on the dirt. It is a good racing truck, but just be careful through the turns, and you should be able to easily one-star this speed zone and get the treasure ring to spawn on your map. By the way, if you do have the treasure map purchased from the original game, you will have to press Y on the map to reveal the treasure locations. Now, this treasure location is located kind of near the bottom left corner of the map, near the lighthouse. If you spawn and fast travel directly onto it, you will be teleported underneath that road in the little cave. And then if you look on the left-hand side of the cave, you'll see like a broken down ship. And you can go behind that in order to find the treasure chest. This one actually had me a little bit stumped for a second or two. Your 8th treasure will also unlock the Saleen S5S Raptor, which is a car you'll need for a different achievement. Riddle number 9. Korea surprised us with this new performance car, Sting the Mountain Speed Trap for all 3 stars. So the car we'll need is the 2018 Kia Stinger, which is obviously from South Korea. And the speed zone we'll need is the Mountainside Speed Trap. I did have to upgrade this car pretty significantly in order to easily grab this. With the default car, I wasn't even able to really get too close to the 3-star requirement. And since we need 3 stars, I decided to basically fully upgrade the car. I didn't do anything fancy. I just let the auto upgrade do its magic and made it, you know, as high as the auto upgrade would make it in order to get the 209 kilometers per hour. And then the treasure ring will show that the treasure is located somewhere on these islands. So it's going to be located on the kind of southmost biggest island. You'll have to drive there from the lighthouse through the water. And then once you get onto the island, actually finding it isn't too hard. And then you'll just smash through it for number 9 out of 10. Alright, so the last final riddle, number 10, risk and reward. This house shines like a star. Jump to it in a classic muscle car. So for this one, we're actually allowed to use any car in the classic muscle championship. So for me, we're going to use the 1965 Ford Mustang GT Coupe. Mine is upgraded significantly. This is the car that we used, I think, for the 3rd riddle. And the actual riddle, this one's pretty easy. We are going to jump to the lighthouse, rather. Lighthouses shine like a star. And so the Skildar, I think it's called the Skildar Watch Jump danger sign. Just get 1 star on it at least and make sure you don't fail by accidentally hitting anything, and you will solve the riddle. Now for this one, that's actually the easiest part. The harder part in this one is trying to figure out how to actually get the treasure, which is on an island in the middle of the lake. So what you need to do for this is actually get a little bit of a run up from the left-hand side. Right as the road ends, there is a small ramp, and if you hit that ramp just right, you'll land directly on that island. Once on that island, you can go into the treasure, get your last 1,000,000 credits, as well as unlock the Aventador J, and get your achievement as well. And when you're here, you might as well just also grab the influence board, so keep that in mind. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this video was helpful. Share with a friend if you guys are stuck with any of the riddles or puzzles, or you're not really sure what car the game wants you to use. Special thanks to the amazing people on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you guys next time. Peace.